The wild tiger needs to be respected. There was once a man who killed a man-eating bear with just a single punch. A karate practitioner said to possess fists that could even kill a god. This dude was destroyed by Wakatsuki. There was a man who they said advanced the history of modern martial arts by 100 years. A legendary mixed martial artist whose name always comes up anytime people debate about the strongest man in the world. Again, destroyed by Wakatsuki. There was a man who, along with Waka, was one of the 10 or so cases of the Superman syndrome in the world. Fun fact, we now know 3 of the other Superman syndromes confirmed recently in Kengan Omega, but this guy was an Eastern European monster who they said was so strong, not even all of humanity combined could match him. Well, Waka alone absolutely clapped him. There was a man who drove the South American underground martial arts community all on his own, a jiu-jitsu practitioner with a 500-0 record, whose opponents say they lost before they knew it. No trouble for Waka. There was a man they said had the talent to overcome the Fang of Metsudo. Of course, talking about the goat Kano. His background was unknown, a prodigy who practiced a mysterious martial art. And as you see here, all these guys are absolutely irrelevant to the Kengan story, and this is because Wakatsuki, over his reign in the Kengan Association, defeated all of them with no one to even remember their names due to the sheer domination the Wild Tiger demonstrated. Welcome back to the Mysterious Weeb YouTube channel. Today I'm giving some much needed respect to Wakatsuki, who's been done kinda dirty so far in Kengan Omega. However, before that, recently in the story, we got a big update for our monster. He has entered his training arc in Kengan Omega. The purpose is likely for a confirmed upcoming Annihilation tournament, one that's going to be even bigger than what we got in Kengan Ashura. But the most shocking thing is where he's going to train for the next month, inside this forest, the one where all of the Tokita Nikkos died in the past. The one where Tokita Oma trained with his master to learn the secret technique of the Nikko style, Demon's Bane, the legendary forest that has resulted in Waka's insane nightmares of the Nikko style throughout the series. As a quick reminder, the 3 characters who have defeated Waka so far in the series include Hatsumi Sen, which was around 9 years in the past now. We don't know the exact circumstances, just confirmation that Hatsumi did in fact win. The other major one was against Kano Gito, where Waka faced that long-lasting ankle injury, and Kano, as we know, is a user of the Nikko style. The third one was during the Annihilation tournament in Kengan Ashura, as we all know, against the protagonist Tokita Oma. And technically, you could say a 4th defeat, his only fight so far in Kengan Omega against Faye. Technically, the fight concluded with a draw. Both were pretty much eliminated. Faye, I guess, took more of an L considering he died at the end there. But our boy Waka was definitely beat up quite a bit throughout. However, I'll be going into major detail later on today about Faye vs Waka, a fight that people kinda misremembered or seem to forget Waka's insane showings during that. But now I wanted to talk a little bit about one other aspect where Waka has been cucked. That's during the Kengan Ashura and Baki crossover. 1, he didn't even appear in the crossover. I would actually consider him a major character in Kengan Ashura with one of the biggest fan bases. And 2, I believe he should have actually been one of the fighters. You can keep Oma vs Baki, you can keep Kurei Ryan vs Jack, but switch out Sword Pang for Wakatsuki vs Hanayama, 2 who have technically lost against the protagonists of their respective series, 2 who are known for their raw power and raw toughness, a crazy fight that would have been better than Sword Pang. Even though I do like him, it's just that the Wild Tiger vs Hanayama is a fight I've wanted for years, as I broke down in videos like this. But when it comes to respecting our Superman syndrome boy, first is his insane feats throughout the series. which are some of the best in all of Kengan. For example, when he clashed with Julius at the start of round 2, the shockwave of their fists smashing together caused the entire arena to shake, with some people even arguing it was the entire island, which low-key can be made consistent if you use Kengan Omega. When attacking Faye, it's possible he was able to shake the entire volcano, or again the entire island they were fighting on, with there being calculations some of the best we have in all of Kengan belonging to our boy Wakatsuki. Apart from that, even when he was younger, he has some insane showings, which highlights how Wakatsuki is a character that was just born different to everyone else, wielding muscle fiber density 52 times that of the average person, making his raw natural power completely off the charts, demonstrated when he was just a kid, casually being able to break titanium controllers, having the raw power to pretty much one-shot any grown man, including doing this against the walls as a child, and then once he became an adult, 18 years old, he's already doing stuff like this. Bro is simply different, and even compared to the other Kengan or martial artists within this world, every one of Wakatsuki's normal strikes has enough power behind it to be considered a knockout blow. We can even compare this power to another top tier in that regard, Kure Ryan, with Oma who faced both of them during the Annihilation tournament, making a direct comparison. First is that he claims Wakatsuki's blows are even heavier than Ryan's, and compares this power to his indestructible, saying if Oma's defense that he's been using in all the rounds is a 10, Wakatsuki's normal blows would be a 50, not even the blast core. Absolutely crazy. And we can even compare his durability to others like Segabahashi and Sorpang, ones known for their durability who can be regarded as defensive specialists, alongside those with genetic superiority over others, Kure Ryan, a creature who gained this resilience far exceeding human limits, likely due to 1300 years of selective breeding. Even something like that cannot be compared to the exceptionally rare cases, something that involves a sudden mutation, a monster like Wakatsuki, beyond everyone else when it comes to sheer physique and raw power in the series, which is again brought up recently in Kengan Omega by the current state of Kure Ryan after his training. This is when he's fighting William, who has 100% removal on top of the Superman syndrome, not to the same degree as Wakatsuki, but enough power where he claimed himself that he has the strongest muscles in the world, proceeding to get overwhelmed by Ryan, who talks some shit and says that he can think of at least 2 meatheads who are superior than William when it comes to muscle. Of course, he's talking about Julius and Wakatsuki. Apart from all those strength and muscle aspects about him, his experience is potentially unmatched as well, considering the sheer number of Kengan matches he's entered and how his whole life has been spent using this superior body for the sake of fighting. That's really all the Wild Tiger knows, and spending his time getting very proficient at various other things as well. For example, his main fighting style is Rokushin Karate, a key martial art in the Kengan universe that has Koga's uncle Joji as the pinnacle right now. You know, the drinking mate of Shenmue Long, the peak of the verse. He also did various grappling training that allows him to use it mostly due to his insane raw power, but can't be compared to some of the true top tiers in that aspect, but he is an all-rounder, with him having a lot of knowledge about the ultimate technique pre-initiative, being a key character to explain it back in Kengan Ashura when Kuroki and Kano were fighting, alongside having the best anti-Nico style tactics in the entire series for a very strange reason, as if you think about it like this, at the end of Kengan Ashura, after he lost against Oma due to the Nico style, from his knowledge, Oma was dead, so why did Waka practice anti-Nico style tactics over the 2-year time skip? It's clear, his pre-initiative was so strong that he knew he'll be fighting a Nico style user as his first returning fight, and that's what happened. His match against the self-proclaimed Tiger Vessel, Faye. A fight that reminded us of the true insanity that comes with the Nico style, but also demonstrated that someone with next level war strength will always be without a danger, and regardless of how much punishment you put on Wakatsuki, making him stay down is pretty much impossible. Think about back in his Oma fight, the Demon's Bane was Waka's power combined with Oma's sent back as a direct kick to his face, and the Wild Tiger still got up. Through this insane beating he received from Faye, he got up every time until the final moment where Faye had to pretty much blow his body up to keep the Wild Tiger down. Meaning the character built up over 100 chapters to be a major player in the story, and an antagonist towards Tokita Oma, failed to survive a battle with Wakatsuki, which leaves us to question what is the Wild Tiger gonna do in the future when he returns after this training. Of course, a rematch against one of the 3 people who defeated him in the past is something I would love to see, perhaps against all of them in the new Annihilation tournament, but when it comes to the evolution of his strength, there's really 2 things he needs to get back in the top tiers of the Kengan Association, as right now the 100% confirmed S tier part of Kengan and Purgatory, not including the worm, include Tokita Oma, Kure Ryan, Lo Long, Kanogito, Gao Lang, and Jirota, with everyone else being a tier below. Julius, who could be regarded as an equal to Wakatsuki during the Purgatory tournament, was absolutely destroyed by the new and improved Kanogito. So for Waka to be on this tier, he'll need to either unlock pre-initiative, he has an understanding of it but we've never seen him use it in the series, and probably more importantly, evolve his technique. A common narrative point so far in Kengan Omega is that technique is pretty much the most important thing for a character's strength. That's why Shenmue Long is so far above everyone. His technique has evolved to such a point he calls them principles now, with the raw strength aspect just not being enough when we have these crazy martial arts in the series, meaning during Waka's training he needs to evolve his technique, learn something new. Some people have theorized that the remaining Nico could be teaching him a new technique if he is alive. I talked about that possibility in this video here, but my view is that the third Nico died during the creation of the Demon's Bane with Tokita Oma's master. But him training under someone to evolve his technique is a key aspect. Maybe someone like Joji, the pinnacle of Rokushin karate, to evolve Wakatsuki's karate to the next step. These are some possibilities, but I think he's going to deliver in the future of the story. The rise of the Wild Tiger is about to occur. Invest your stocks. And with that, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Check out this playlist with over 200 additional Kengan videos for you guys to enjoy. Shout out to these members, the absolute mad lads. You can vote on upcoming content, get access to additional content and much more by becoming one of these mad lads. Thanks for watching. That's it guys. Peace.